Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I am Morris Merriweather, the author of Enough is Enough, and also the host of Straight Talk in Room 503. I'm so glad that you could join us again this week. I took the pleasure of coming over and allowing you to see the school that has just closed just a few days ago. One of our inner city schools here in my hometown of Jackson, Tennessee, Jackson Central Mary, which was last year the home of our first medical center. It closed because certain students would not attend. Ladies and gentlemen, even though it just closed a couple of days ago, I just want to pan and allow you to see how well the landscaping is already beginning to look, and we just closed a few days ago. The grass needs cutting, the trees need trimming, the parking lot needs finishing. These are things that should have been done a long time ago. Even when we look at Old Glory, and Old Glory who is flying high in the sky, the pole is rusted. That pole has not had paint on it in 3 or 4 or 5 years. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a shame. I'm so glad that you joined me. I'm going to travel over to my alma mater, where I graduated from, a school that is older than this school, and you will see the difference. Then, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned, because have I got a show for you this week. So join me. In just a few minutes, I shall show you the school that I graduated from that's older than this school, that is not being neglected like this school, because it's over on the different side of the track. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me again. I'm here on the campus of my alma mater, which is Madison Academic. Nothing but a private school inside a public school, paid for by taxpayers' dollars. As I turn and allow you to see the structure there behind me, this building is older than JCM, the school that they closed. But ladies and gentlemen, it looks like that we're on a very private school campus by the way it's been taken, and this is an older school. Ladies and gentlemen, something is wrong when we, the citizen of this hometown, allow this to happen in our own city. But just a few days from now, the school that is closed will become an eyesore in the community. This school will continue to be a beacon of light in this community. Ladies and gentlemen, join me as we go further into discussion of public education this week. Thank you so much for joining me, and allow me to just come back with you in just a few more minutes. Let's take a break. Ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted you to witness, this is where the early college high school will be here in my hometown. They're doing the same thing in your hometown. They're making a joke out of what they're doing in public education. And you allowing it to be, and you're not only allowing it to be, you're paying for it to be. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where this year, this fall, they will have the early college high school here. Be honest with yourself. Look at how the landscaping is. Is this somewhere where you would believe that your child will be coming to further education and go out into the world and make a meaningful difference? Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to pan this campus, allowing you to see exactly what they're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, this place has been neglected, and taxpayers' money has been spent. I know you don't want to believe this, but ladies and gentlemen, in the next 3 months, according to our leaders, they said they're going to spend nearly $1 million to make this school what it ought to be. Ladies and gentlemen, just bear with me. If you can't see, I hope that you can. Behind me is a crosswalk that cost $1 million to build when we integrated the school, which was my alma mater, and the school they're closing. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a joke. This week, I should come to you and talk with you. We need to throw some people overboard the ship. They're causing storms to rage, and we are allowing it to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, stay with me as I wrap this up. Thank you very much for joining me this week. Ladies and gentlemen, I decided to hang with you just a little bit longer. I'm still standing on the campus of one of our high schools that is already closed on this Friday of this week. It reminds me of the school that grew up along beside of the track. So many great minds came from this place, but we have allowed the people on the ship. And I'm going to talk with you in conclusion about the ship. But before I do so, let's continue to take a look and pan this campus and look at the mess that has taken place where our so-called spiritual leaders, sororities, fraternities, allowed this mess to happen. Look at this graveyard of junk behind us on this school. We have 27 schools. This is the only high school that looks like this, because we sit here and allow the people that was in the ship when the storm came up to stay on the ship, and it looks like we all gonna perish because of public education. When public education go down, we all go down. Ladies and gentlemen, hang with me as we continue this this show this week on the campus of my hometown, Jackson Central Mary. And it looks like this in your hometown. I've been in your hometown. They're closing schools all over the country. The good old boys have spread it everywhere. And don't say anything about my hometown, because if you'll just look around, your hometown look the same way. So ladies and gentlemen, you too are paying taxes, while the good old boys and your so-called leaders that you put in office, allowing them to take away from precious children because of the color of their skin or their background. This is not all about black children. This is about poor children. Ladies and gentlemen, stay with me. We're going again. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining me here on the campus of a school that's already closed in my hometown. And there'll be several that will be closed in your hometown as well. But as I look at this school was looking like this, not just yesterday. It's been looking like this for years, where we came on the campus, picking up our precious loved one, coming to different events on the campus. And then we see this mess. We said nothing. And they said if they're silent, that means they are with us. But ladies and gentlemen, the topic for this week, as we close this session, is that you got to get out of my ship. Do you remember the story? And you do. You remember the story of Jonah? God wanted him to go to Nineveh, preach the word. Jonah didn't want to go. Jonah got on the ship going elsewhere. Ladies and gentlemen, you know the story. A storm arose, just like the storm in public education has come to our hometown, your hometown. And ladies and gentlemen, as the ship was beginning to sink, you know the story. Jonah was in the ship sleeping down in the hub. They went out there and asked him, "Who are you? Where do you come from? Who have you angered?" He said, "I have angered God." They brought him up. He said, "What shall we do with you? Because we're going to perish." He said, "You got to throw us overboard." Ladies and gentlemen, you know the story. They threw Jonas overboard and he was swallowed by a whale. But ladies and gentlemen, that's what we need to be doing in public education. We got some good old boys, school board leaders, mayors, city mayors, county mayors, organization, pastors. And ladies and gentlemen, they have allowed this bad people to stay in the hub of public education. We got to do something. What we need to do, if the people of biblical time threw Jonah overboard, we got to throw some people overboard. We got to take our public school back. Our kids are counting on us. What will you say when they ask mama, daddy, grandmama, cousin, uncle, what did you do to preserve public education? And you say to them, Mr. Merriweather came to me weekly and told us that we needed to do something. But we continue to allow the people to stay on the ship. You got to get these crazy people off of our ship or we're going to perish. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been my pleasure bringing to you another day, another week, another class of Straight Talk in Room 503. Join me again as we continue this fight for public education. It's time you do something, because if you're not going to do something, you need to get off of this ship. This ship needs to be saving our children. Our children deserve better than this. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me this week, and I look forward to joining you again in Straight Talk. Again, you may go to www.morrismerriweather.com. There you can see the show on my website, or you can go to my Facebook page or to YouTube under Straight Talk in Room 503. Ladies and gentlemen, take care of the next week and throw those crazy people off aboard that's pulling our kids down and filling up our prisons and making sure that violence stay in our neighborhood. Ladies and gentlemen, that's wrong. To God be the glory, but he cannot get the glory if we don't give it to him. We got to get on our knees and pray that we can get rid of these people who are pulling public education down. Ladies and gentlemen, take care. Until next week, I'm your host, Morris Merriweather.